Well, I finally did it. I finally met Shawn Mendes. Hi, hello, how are you guys doing? Today I'm going to talk about last weekend, which today I'm shooting this on September, I don't know what day it is today, but it's a Saturday, and I met Shawn Mendes last Saturday, August 31st at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. So, I bought VIP for Shawn Mendes 2 nights. They were both at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. The first night I bought silver, and the second night I bought gold, and if you know, gold means you get to meet him. I never had the money to be able to buy VIPs before, and my parents of course would never get me VIP because they didn't have the money either. Trust me, I've been trying to meet everyone from One Direction for years, like it's going to be a decade soon. But actually I did briefly meet Niall back in 2012 at Mohegan too. That's another story in itself. Anyway, I actually saw Shawn a week before that at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. My friend lives in Brooklyn and she got tickets, and that just made me really excited to see him the following week, because I'm not gonna lie, before Barclays I was feeling super disconnected from Shawn with this whole Shamila stuff and just him in general. No offense to him, of course. And okay, let me just get started on the silver package and the gold package. The silver package was just Q&A. I was supposed to get to Mohegan by 4, I think, between 4 and 4:30. I got there 2 hours early, and I actually drove myself there. Like, if you know me, you know I'm scared of highways, but for Shawn, I do anything, which is kind of funny. Actually, he came to Mohegan for his first headlining tour, and I couldn't go because no one wanted to bring me there. But this time I got over it. I had to see my man, meet my man. I remember I was in line and my legs were shaking. Like, I wasn't even going to meet Shawn that day, but my legs were shaking because I was going to be so close to Shawn in a little room. I think the Q&A was maybe like 20-25 minutes long, maybe shorter than that. I rose my hand, but I never got called on. But we did make eye contact plenty of times, ladies and gents. There was this little girl he called on behind me. She was asking him when he was going to go to Mexico, and he was like, "Are you from Mexico?" The little girl was like maybe 8 years old, and she screamed like, "Yes, I'm from Mexico." And she was so cute. Anyway, that's when we first made eye contact. And then the concert, I had a super great seat on the floor. That's like the first time I was on the floor for a concert at Mohegan Sun. It was so close. We made eye contact too. He threw a pick right next to my foot, and before I could bend down to grab that pick, all the little girls started running for it. Look, I'm 23 years old, and there were like little, I'm talking about 8-9-year-olds around me, and they all ran for it. That pick was supposed to be mine. I just have the joints of an old lady, okay? First night, great night. He was great. He looked really happy. I've been very worried about him because I feel like he's just out of it. Also, I didn't mention what I got at VIP. When you sign in for VIP, you get both a lanyard with his little face on it, this passport with great pictures, really cute pictures in it. You also get a little rose, and I don't remember if I got this wristband at the actual concert or before then. Everything's a blur to me right now. So let's talk about gold VIP. Gold VIP, I had to get there at between 3 and 3:30, I believe. So of course I got there 2 hours early, and I met new friends in line who now follow me on social media. Anyway, Shawn was really late for VIP on that day, so everything was rushed. Everything was rushed. Gold VIP went by that fast, like that fast. I was probably in the room with him less than 30 seconds, okay? I remember walking into the little VIP access, the line, and I was just panicking. My heart was racing. All the girls were really freaking out in there. They're like, oh my God, we're about to meet him. And then Jake was there standing in line saying, Shawn's just another regular guy like you and me. It's going to be okay. And then I was getting closer and closer, and my heart, I can feel it in my throat. My heart was racing so bad. Shawn isn't the first celebrity I've met. The last celebrities I met were 5 Seconds of Summer and that's another story in itself. Then I was right next to Jake. I was freaking out. Jake was like, can I hold your cell phone? Because you're not supposed to have your bag or your cell phone unless you had a pocket. Then you could put your cell phone in your pocket. But I was wearing a skirt, enter my outfit picture here. So Jake said, go ahead. And then I walked into the room and I see him in the corner, and I thought he was gonna walk towards me, but he stayed in his spot. So I walked towards him and I told him, Shawn, it's nice to finally meet you. And I went in for a hug. Before I even talk about the hug and everything after, I just want to say that his eyes are so nice up close. You guys know Edward Collins, right? You know the Collins family, you know the vampires, Twilight. The color of the eyes are very honey, like light brown honey. Those are Shawn's eyes, very light brown honey. He called me honey. Anyway, and we all know Shawn has a lazy eye. In person, his lazy eye is very prominent, and it's still very super cute. I went in for the hug. He smells so nice. He's so tall. I was worried about what shoes to wear because for some reason I thought I was going to be like taller than him. Listen, I'm like 5'5", 5'6", and he's like 6'1", 6'2". I don't know what was going through my mind. Trying to choose an outfit, I was trying to find the flattest shoes ever because I wanted to look really small next to him. I ended up wearing these boots. I call them my Shawn boots. The girls I met at the concert, they're like, your boots look like Shawn's. I'm like, yeah, like this is why I bought it, because they reminded me of Shawn and also Luke Hemmings and Harry Styles. So I wore these boots. The heels aren't bad, maybe like 2-3 inches. So he was still much taller than me. Okay, so I said, hi, Shawn. Shawn, it's finally nice to meet you. I went in for the hug and he was like, it's nice to meet you too, honey. Actually, I don't remember if he said honey or sweetie, but I think he said honey. It's nice to meet you, honey. And then we got out of the hug and I told him that I was so proud of him because in that same week, Señorita hit #1, and then his stadium tour was the following week, and I was just very proud of him. I'm still really proud of him. And he was like, thanks, honey. If you notice, everybody's pictures are really centered behind the Shawn Mendes the tour sign, and mine is off center because I did not pay $300 for me to stand on my ugly side, okay? My left side is my ugly side. My good side is my right side, and so I tried to stand on Shawn's other side, and he seemed a little confused because we did a little, you know when you're walking and you meet someone and then you try to walk this way and you try to walk that way to avoid walking into each other? That's what we did. Very cute, very fast, but I stayed on my good side, and I actually wanted a picture where he puts his arm around me and I put my hand behind him like this and we clasp hands. But I didn't have the time to really be like, hi, can we do this pose? I put my arm around him again. He put one hand on my back and his other hand, he went in to grab my hand. I just remember doing this with him, like, because I didn't know what he was doing. So our hands were like this, and then he just grabbed onto my hand and we took the picture. I don't even remember looking at a camera. I don't remember smiling. I remember being so nervous, like, oh my God, how is this picture going to come out? I wasn't looking at the camera, I wasn't smiling, but apparently I did look at the camera and I did smile. And me smiling without teeth or with teeth was the biggest question I kept asking my family, my coworkers, my friends. Anyway, I think he said, thanks for coming, honey. Enjoy the show. And then I didn't know what to do. Like, I was in a daze. I was very confused. And the guy who was standing near the exit door was like, here's your cell phone. And I was like, oh yeah, how can I forget my cell phone? And I walked out. And then time for Q&A, everyone. Shawn called on me, but let's get there. I did not want to sit on the floor for Q&A. I wanted to sit in the back on the little couches with the mommies. The day before, I did sit on the floor and my foot fell asleep when it was time to get up. I couldn't get up the day before and I was scared that was going to happen to me again. And plus the skirt I had on was super tight, super short. But I sat on the floor in the most painful position ever. I rolled my hand many times throughout this Q&A. I think he called on maybe 10 people that day because it was so rushed. But he called the girl that I met, he called both girls I met that day. And they were both sitting next to me, so it was weird that he called all of us. When he called on me, he was like, girl in orange, and I was like, me? Because there was another girl in orange too behind me that he also called on, but she was wearing a denim jacket, and he was like, girl with orange and denim jacket, in the denim jacket when he called on her. But anyway, he called on me, and you know, I get super nervous in front of a lot of people. My voice starts to crack. Like even at restaurants, my voice will crack when I'm ordering food because I'm nervous. God came through for me. My voice didn't crack, and I said hi, and I was like, when you can't fall asleep at night, what do you think about? I thought he was going to answer looking at me directly, and I was like, oh snap, I'm not going to be able to hold eye contact with him. But he looked around at everyone when answering this question. He said something along the lines of being nervous for his first stadium tour, that he was up for hours thinking about it. And that was my question, and now my favorite color is orange, and this shirt will be framed somewhere. The concert later that night was also, oh my god guys, one little story. Before the concert, all the VIP people were let into the arena concession area early for VIP, for merch and stuff, and me and my friends, the girls I met in the line at the meet and greet, we went to get a pretzel, and then all of a sudden Shawn ran up the stairs or escalators at Mohegan Sun. He ran upstairs saying he was lost, and then he ran as fast as he could downstairs because girls started to see him, and that was so weird. Like I had a pretzel in my mouth when he was coming up the escalators. Like wow, this is happening. Anyway, back to the concert. The concert was really fun. I was right next to the stage, side stage. I love being side stage at Mohegan because it's so close. We sang lyrics back to each other. I know he did because he waved at the little girl sitting in front of me, and I know he waved at her because she waved at him, and then he waved at her, and I know we sang lyrics to each other because we made eye contact, okay? Alessia was great as usual. Like she deserves the world. She's amazing live. She's so talented, and I hope the best for her. I hope I get to see her again. I know she's going on her own tour soon. And yeah, that's the story of how I met Shawn Mendes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Also, I want to say that I was able to snatch this Shawn Mendes on tour water bottle, and I'm going to use it for the rest of my life, okay? I remember I ran for this, and I was slightly tipsy because I drank my drink so fast. I forgot what I was drinking, but it almost took me out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.